Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, we sound good.
Levels looking good?
Yeah, I feel like we look even better.
Oh, yeah, you know we do.
Come on, man. I am your host for today on the Channel 7 podcast. I go by the name of MarvXXL. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. The
uh,
YFP takeover,
yeah,
man.
YFP
You know what I'm
takeover.
saying? We had to do it right for the season finale of
You
season
know?
6. It was a legendary season, so we had to have a legendary, remix to the host.
Yeah, and now I have a legendary guest.
You feel me?
Yo, the man, the myth, the legend, the mogul, the music producer, the author. What?
Let's go. Keep it
What?
going. Let's keep going.
Come on, the engineer, the producer.
You know what I mean?
The fucking host of one of the most eclectic, high energy parties.
You know what I'm
Squeeze.
saying? Squeeze your life.
Come on, man. We got the legendary 7
Man,
in the
thank
building.
you guys. Thank you.
Man.
You know, I'm excited to let, the people kind of explore a different side of me, you know what I'm saying? Usually I'm in that chair. But now, you know what I'm saying, the roles have reversed. We trading places and
Hot
shit.
seat.
Yeah, it is. I'm ready to talk though.
Come on, man.
I'm ready to talk today.
Before we get into 7,
Mhm.
I want, like you said, I want the people to know like who Jonathan is.
Yeah.
So yeah, take us there.
Man, Jonathan, born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, DeKalb County. Come from a family of 5 total. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really grow up in the best circumstances. And, that too made me who I am. You know what I'm saying? But Jonathan is just a really goofy, funny, lighthearted, happy boy. You know what I'm saying? I think I have mastered myself, and that's why I am who I am as a man now, because of, the experiences that I grew up with as Jonathan,
So you would say you still got some of those childlike qualities about you now?
Absolutely, I think from just kind of like I said, like mastering myself,
Yeah.
Going through things like therapy and, just being exposed to the world outside of the hood, like it taught me the importance of keeping in touch with my inner child. You know what I'm saying? So like,
That's big.
yeah. So like, there's certain things about like protecting little Johnny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta protect
and
that.
nurturing little
Yeah.
Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Just being free within myself. I feel like is why I am the man I am today.
So what made you take on the alias, from Jonathan to 7? Like what made you do that?
Word. So at the time, I was kind of like still nurturing Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out who Jonathan was. Let me say that. I was figuring out my identity.
Okay.
And I started getting into numerology. And my birthday is August the 7th, right?
Okay.
So that's 1. And then in my study of numerology, 7 represents wisdom and divinity.
Okay.
And, I felt like those are things that, represented me perfectly. So it was almost like a no-brainer to kind of like, embody that as I move through the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so what's the difference between
John and 7?
Yeah. Jonathan versus 7.
Jonathan versus 7. It's a big difference, man. Like 7 is the cool, suave Renaissance, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's the smooth, slick talker, always composed, and he's a creative character, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's an extension of Jonathan though. You feel me?
So kind of like Bruce Wayne, Batman?
Exactly. You feel me? Like it's still me. It's just like a different dimension of my ego.
Gotcha.
You feel me? But Jonathan is the little boy who just wants to watch anime and cartoons all day, eat cereal, and like run around couches and shit like a toddler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
man.
he's the
That's your innocence.
Yeah, absolutely. You feel me? But both of these, dimensions of myself exist within me. You know what I'm saying? But understanding the balance between the two is definitely important. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the career field that we're in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas like you can get lost in that separation between the two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like, people not only call you by this created name, this alias, but you know, they're also always like feeding that part of your ego by telling you how great you are and how much they love you. And then, you know, all these, you know, attention and, you know, girls, things like that. Like it can definitely like blur the lines between like who's who,
So
you know?
how often do you tap into Jonathan?
I try as much as I can,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Especially as I continue to rise up in my lane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna emphasize my lane. You know what I'm
Does
saying?
Jonathan like give you advice? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, does he like pull you aside and be like, "Hey, yo, chill out"?
But
Or
check, so Jonathan,
it's crazy. It's like two different.
you know, it is.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man and Peter Parker. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like Jonathan, that's the intuition.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
how I know
Oh yeah, we pod.
when we potted.
We pod.
Yeah, we potted. Like Jonathan is the intuition. That lets me know when I might be misstepping or not
Okay.
in a decision, or
Okay.
if I should be, you know, entertaining or acting a certain way. You feel me? 7 is the I gotta control 7 a lot of the times.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like you got dial back or
Yeah, cause 7 is ambitious. Oh, 7 wants to take over the world.
yeah.
You feel me?
I get that.
Yeah, and that ambition can hurt you because when you are ambitious, I feel like, especially in this field, it can consume you if you don't have a balance of who you are and who you're not, you know? And before I experienced the success that I've experienced, you know, within the past 12 to 13 months, you know, I got a lot of lessons early on where I had to really prioritize what was really important to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I quickly realized what really fucking mattered. The love for yourself.
Yeah.
The love for your family. And if you have someone that's significant, the love of your loved one. Everything else don't fucking matter.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's just a la carte, you know.
That shit don't matter, bro.
It don't.
Like, it does not matter.
At the
The
end of
plaques
the day,
don't matter.
They don't.
The money don't matter. The awards don't matter. The attention does not matter. None of that shit matters, bro. The love of your loved ones, the love for yourself and your family. That's it. You feel me? So, like, with me getting them lessons early on in my career, I was able to really, you know, manage my ambition. You know what I'm saying? That's the ambition of 7. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I said, Jonathan just wants to,
They want to kick it,
you
man.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want to have a good
Just
time.
hug everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
Let's just play.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I appreciate you explaining that because I got a chance to, you know, meet both sides of you,
Yeah.
but I don't think everybody else has.
Yeah, a lot of people don't.
Even you introduce yourself as 7.
At 7, yeah.
Right, and they get that from jump.
Exactly.
And I feel like by the end of this, they'll get a better sense of both of y'all.
Yeah.
I hate to say that. Like, you
but
got
it's true
split
though.
personalities,
You
but
know what I'm
it
saying?
is. I feel like everybody has an
Mm-hmm.
alias or alter ego that they like. Beyonce, Sasha Fierce.
Exactly.
You know
You
what
feel
I mean?
me?
Or future Pluto.
Even Kendrick Lamar, that's his real name.
Yeah.
But that's his stage name.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is totally different from Kendrick Duckworth.
Right.
Totally different.
K-Dot.
J. Cole is totally different from Jermaine.
Yeah, he is.
You feel me?
He is.
So, you know, this is just the realness of being an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? You have your entertainer, you know, identity, and then you got your real identity. And the ability to separate the two is paramount, bro.
Man,
it's paramount.
A lot of people can't, but that duality is beautiful though. When you can, like, come home, you take the wig off, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
or the jewelry. You just sitting there and be like, "Wow, I'm back to me."
Yeah, sit in your underwear and just
You know what I'm
fucking.
saying? You pour that big ass bowl of cereal. Yeah, man.
Legs out, everything, chest out. You just fucking naked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the most metaphorical sense, like
Yeah.
you just there.
I love the honesty.
Absolutely.
I love the
I told you I'm
honesty.
here to pod today.
Come on, man.
I'm here to pod.
So how
fucking
long?
pod
How
father.
long you how long you been doing the podcast? Like,
Man, I've been
when did you start?
podcasting since I had to explain to people what a podcast even was.
So you was that guy.
I'm the real pod father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like since 20, Man, 2016, I want to say, is when I first started podcasting. You know what I'm
Sheesh.
saying? And we've done 3 different rebrands.
Three?
3 different rebrands. And I want to
How many
focus.
seasons?
We're on season 6 right now. This is
Okay.
the season finale of season 6,
Sheesh.
right now.
That's impressive.
But thank you. But, it's been a journey, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would have quit after the first rebrand. I've rebranded 3 times. And I feel like because I've rebranded 3 times and I never quit,
Yeah.
I've been consistent and I stayed disciplined. Is why I've been able to reap the benefits of the sacrifices and the successes. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't be able to have a podcast that is, let alone visual, right?
Right.
But is reaching people all across the globe. You know what I'm saying? We got fans in Europe and South America, Mexico, and
Oh, you did your Spotify. Rap.
oh yeah, we got all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Atlanta being the biggest fan base, but we have people tuning in from all over the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We now throw the biggest and the best parties ever by a podcast with Squeeze.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Going to take the shit to London in a couple months.
They don't even know.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I rebranded 3 times. You dig what I'm saying?
So would you say
It's a journey.
through those 3 rebrands was like failure involved?
Oh, absolutely. It failed every time. You know what I'm saying? Failure is the biggest and best teacher you can ever have as a human. You know what I'm saying? Because failure teaches you what not to do next. You know what I'm saying? So many people fear failure because of whatever, insecurity or just, negative thought that they have within themselves. But failure is how we learn. That's how we grow. And that's how we ultimately love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So without failure, no one on this earth would be successful.
Yeah.
You feel me? You have to start.
You got to.
You have to start, and then you have to, more importantly, keep going.
Yeah.
Be consistent and be disciplined and believe in yourself.
You said something the other day. You said, I've failed so much that it gave me the opportunity to win or something. You said something the other day, and it stuck with me. I wish I'm going to have to, I think I was recording that conversation. I'm going to have to double back on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. Failure is how we even have an iPhone. I'm pretty sure they started somewhere. I mean, you flip phone, like the blocks, like they started there and it was like, yo, this not gonna fit in my pocket, bro. It's not, and I need to travel with this.
Exactly.
Just like the podcast, like after the 3rd rebrand, what you were like, this is it.
That was it. The 3rd rebrand was in 2019. That's when season 1, launched November 2019, and I knew. I just knew, and the rest is history.
So what do you identify more as, a producer or a podcaster?
I would say I'm primarily a producer. Like when people would ask me who am I, or who is Seven rather, is Seven, I say, he's a music producer who owns a podcast that throws parties through his podcast.
That's your favorite thing to say.
But yeah, man. I think both sections of my company, my brand coexist greatly. There's a great balance, you know what I'm saying, with Seven being the music identity, right? And then you have Channel 7 podcasts, you know what I'm saying, which is the media side of the company, my multimedia production company. And, even how this whole thing came to be was, this is an extension of Channel Orange, the name. You feel me? So it was like a play on words of all right, how can I still keep my media ambitions in line with my music ambitions?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So taking inspiration from Channel Orange,
I see what you did
Channel
there.
7, still incorporating 7 into the name, and then it makes sense because it's a podcast. You're tuning into a show. You feel me? And then on top of that, everyone's like, how is there oranges? Like, where did you get oranges from?
Right.
From Channel Orange. You feel me? And it's been so remarkable because now whenever anyone sees an orange, they think of me.
Yeah, they do.
You feel me?
They do.
So it's just all been really like universal and divine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sir.
Heaven sent, God sent. For real.
Yeah, speaking of orange, I want to just touch on Squeeze real quick,
Oh yeah.
man.
Let's talk about Squeeze.
Squeeze, let's just talk about Squeeze
Man,
one
squeeze
time,
your
man.
life, man. Let's squeeze your life.
Like the podcast birthed one of the craziest parties I've been to,
Man.
And I never thought I'd say that. For real, for real.
That's love.
That's big, man.
For sure that.
What like promoted Squeeze
To
like,
get squeezed, man. So, you know, from the beginning, I always wanted to bring the podcast to life. You know, more than what it is already living, but like more so like in the real world, right? And just getting creative, I'm like, man, I don't want to do no live show because I feel like a live podcast with the way like my show is set up, it wouldn't really be interactive. Yeah, like it's more like a panel, for real. You know what I'm saying? And looking at other people's live shows like the Joe Buddens, 85 South Show, you know, Lip Service, whatever. Granted, it is more interactive because of how their show is set up, but I feel still like it's kind of a barrier in between the relationship of like podcasters and the audience. Mm-hmm. You feel me? If you know me, you know I love to party. So just staying true to me, I'm like, well, shit, let's turn this bitch into a party. Like that would be the live promotional like arm department of the show.
And it's left field. You know, it's left.
It's legendary.
I remember the first one you did. It was a few people there expecting a podcast.
So just going through talking about failure again, right? I wouldn't necessarily look at this like a failure, but it was a learning lesson, right? So the very first podcast party we threw was called Rhythm and Rants. It was sponsored by Grey Goose and Patron. I promoted it like a party, but people thought it was going to be like a live show. Yeah. Just because of the name. They never heard nothing about it before. It was like a podcast party. Right. What does that even mean? You know?
Promoting it from the pod page.
Right, exactly. So, you know, people showing up, they confused. They don't know what to expect.
That's good though.
And to a degree, right? So, you know, that was a success even in my eyes because, you know, it did it. Like I did it. It happened, right? And a couple months later, last year, 2022, right? I'm on the phone with my homegirl. You know, I'm planning out the next one. And she's like, yo, you need to change the name. Because it gives the impression of everything that everyone thought it was the first time. I kid you not, 10 seconds, I said Squeeze.
Squeeze?
Immediately.
And
I saw it like, I saw everything.
Talk about on brand.
I'm like, oh, this shit gonna be the next Freaknik. Immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I knew when I said it, I said, people are going to see this and say, Squeeze, what the fuck is that? Right. And why do I need to be there? Why? And then months later, I seen a text message. Someone screenshotted it. That exact same interaction. With the exact same word by word, play by play. I said, oh man, we're up. Oh yeah. As soon as that happened, I knew. I was like, oh, we cracking.
Yeah, it was destined.
You feel me? Damn. And you know, as it just so happened to kind of just align, like, you know, it's caught like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? The very first one, the first Squeeze was 2022, June 20th, right? We've thrown 3 so far. We had June 20th, we had August 22nd, and it had Squeeze Halloween. And now, you know, we've been so blessed and fortunate to take it overseas to London.
How though? Like what how did that even? Because I remember you telling me.
Bro, I can't say nothing but God's grace. Literally, man. Because it was some niggas from London.
At the party.
And they seen like, what is this? Pandemonium. We had to get this shit overseas.
That's crazy.
The rest is history. That's I said, crazy. Niggas say less. Like, it's done. It's done.
So you know, everybody's invited.
Of course. Look, this is my camera. If you see me right now, I'm talking to you.
Talk to him.
Come to Squeeze, man. We'll squeeze your life. He loves to say squoze. We're gonna squoze you.
We're gonna squoze you, baby.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna squeeze London. Spring 2022. I mean 2023. My bad. Spring 2023. Still looking at possibly May at the moment, but London, we coming to squeeze your life.
I'm there.
We coming to squeeze your
I'm
life.
there. I ain't never been to London, but on behalf of Squeeze, I'll be there.
We'll show that. We need
Come
you.
on, man. I'm trying to squeeze everything.
Me too.
Okay. We're gonna pivot. Last year, 2022, was a breakout year for you.
Yeah.
Musically.
Yeah.
You know, and I want you to touch on that because last year,
It was a great year.
man, we're gonna put a crown on your head. It was a breakout year, man. You worked on one of the most standout projects from, I want to say, underground point of view.
Yeah.
Freelance by Ben Reilly.
Yeah.
You know, and accumulating 40 million streams and counting.
Yeah.
That's something to be, you know what I'm saying, swole about. I mean,
True.
I feel like you don't get your credit enough. You know what I mean? Because like
so?
I think so, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like I know you.
Yeah.
And it's just like I know you probably people see you and they might mention it, but it's like that's like I said, from an underground point of view, that's remarkable, bro.
It is.
And then to happen so quick. Like you produced, how many tracks on there?
2 tracks. I produced Deep Pockets and Barbed Wire Watch.
And you mixed and
Completely mixed and mastered
the whole
thing.
project.
Yeah.
For somebody to trust you with a whole project,
Yeah.
you must be good at what you do.
I think I do pretty well.
Yeah.
I think I do pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, but man, like,
yeah, take us through that.
I mean, I be saying I'm grateful so much. I feel like niggas be thinking I'm lying.
I mean,
because that's literally how I feel. Like it's nothing but gratitude.
yeah.
You know, like even when I posted about it, I posted about it a couple months ago with my plaque, and I said like gratitude is how we show love to the universe, but this is not because of us. This is because of y'all.
People.
This is because of y'all. Like,
People.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't sell that many. The people did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had no power. We had absolutely no power over any of this shit.
I just put the power into the music.
Exactly. Like, we like to think that we, you know, have control and power over our successes and the things that come to us and happen to us and for us. But we don't have any control over that shit. That's all because of God and the people, you know? And that's why we have to show absolute gratitude to that, you know? Because God and the people decided to do XYZ thing. All we did was make it and put it out into the world. We could have put it out to the world and it flopped.
Yeah.
You know? So I speak about gratitude so much because it's so important to understand that.
Right.
You know, like all I did was do what I thought best to do, you know?
It was like instinct.
And, you know, even in the conversation of praise, right? Where people, it's really kind of weird to me, like how people put me in these conversations of like legendary engineers and producers, right?
Yeah.
And I appreciate it, of course, but it is still kind of like, you know, it's still kind of weird for me to accept in a sense because I'm looking at it as far as like a comparison of accolades. Like I don't have the stat sheet to compare to a Mixed by Ali or Pharrell or, you know, a Dr. Dre, but as a fan, they're talking about skill set.
Yeah, sonically.
You know, they're like, your shit sounds like this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It can rival, and I don't even like to say that because I feel like, I'm like, what am I saying? Like my shit rival a Pharrell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's like,
popular shit.
You know, I guess from an outside perspective, you know, a pure ear, a pure heart, they're looking at it like, we love it. Like how we love this.
How we love that. That's a good way. That's a good way of looking at it.
You feel me? But it's kind of hard for me to even accept it in that way. But I'm grateful even still because, like, again, going back, I could put the shit out and niggas be like, it sucks.
True.
Shit's trash, nigga.
You
feel me? It could be like that.
Yeah.
It could be like that. So, you know, it's nothing but gratitude, man.
That's beautiful, man.
Nothing but gratitude for
Yeah.
sure. Like really.
I'm proud of both of y'all. Everybody
you.
involved. Like
Absolutely, man. I'm
it
proud
was
of everybody.
It was a solid
It's a
piece
team
of work.
effort.
It was a solid piece of work.
Thank you.
And it doesn't go unnoticed. Especially Felt the Rush.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite track on there, by the
Thank
way.
you. Yeah. So we was able to you know, follow up quickly with another body of work. I don't want to call it an album, but just like another series in the freelance chapter with Charlie. You know what I'm saying? I was able to mix that and produce Felt the Rush. And you know, that was a special one. That was a special track, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that production completely and most accurately embodies my sound. You know, the stuff on freelance, I made that shit like 2 years before.
Damn.
Yeah, I made that shit like 2 years before it even got placed on freelance. Like freelance came out in 2021, bro. I made them beats in like 2020, maybe the earliest 2019.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That means you a fucking timeless producer. If you could pull from 2 years ago and still,
I try my best to be.
You being modest. That way being modest.
I do. I try my best to be.
Yeah, we gonna let him have it.
You know what I'm saying?
Boy, you being modest. Boy, you know it. You know it.
I try my best to create timeless music. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like Felt the Rush. Like I said, it just
Where were you mentally?
Man, mentally, where was I? I think at the time I was still trying to figure out what my sound was.
Oh, so you were like experimenting?
Searching.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say experiment. I was searching. You know, I was just kind of like wandering in the dark. I knew what it felt like. I didn't know what it sounded like though.
But you knew what it felt like.
Yeah, I knew what it felt like. So, no pun intended, when I made Felt the Rush, I was like, oh, this is the 7 sound.
Yeah.
You know, because for so long, I would tote myself as the producer without a sound. So,
that was your flex.
Yeah, it was kind of like I can do so much and be all of these different, like, you know, styles that I don't have a sound.
Yeah.
I'm like water.
Yeah, I can maneuver.
Through everything. You feel me? But ironically, in the 2021 and 2022, I found my sound, the 7 sound.
7 sound.
And the most
ring to it.
Snapshot way I can describe it is if Pharrell, Timbaland, and Outkast had a music baby, it would be me. You know? And that's the 7 sound.
Here you are.
Here I am.
That boy 7. They got a ring to it, bro.
The 7 sound.
Yeah, it's like it's already stamped. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like a household name almost.
I hope so.
It feels good to say.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, when you Felt the Rush, in your mind you said this is the 7 sound.
Yeah, it's the 7 sound. It's the beginning. It's the beginning. And, you know, I'm excited for all the things that are coming up that I plan to do. And people I plan to collaborate with that will just further emphasize that 7 sound. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm gonna make a pivot.
Let's do it.
You had a tweet the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on Twitter. I don't be doing too much on there.
He be tweet watching me.
I just be looking. Whatever on the timeline when I'm on there. It was December 29th, 2022 at 1:44 p.m.
Timestamps.
I got those.
Receipts.
I quote, you said, "I am done with hip hop."
Yeah.
Unquote.
Quote unquote. I'm done. Yeah. I'm done with hip hop.
You gotta elaborate that. Cause I'm hip hop, G. You know what I mean?
I'll produce for you, of
course.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, you done?
I'll never be done with you.
Come on, man. You done with us? We ain't got one yet.
I'll never be done with you. Shake my hand.
All right.
I love you.
All right, gang. All right. But yeah, let me know. Run me through that thought, cause I was worried. I ain't gonna lie.
No, never worry about me.
I was like,
I'm always good. But man, hip hop, it's so many doors I can open with that tweet. So for one, I'm gonna start here.
Okay.
The world of 7 is way more than the Instagram name. Like
it's literal.
it literally, my brand is global. You feel me? So, you know, I never aspired to be like a type producer. You know, I'm a music producer. I pull inspirations from jazz, house, R&B, alternative rock sometimes. You feel me? Of course, hip hop too. But you know, my palette and digestion of sound is so diverse that you know I don't want to be locked in to the limitations of just making one type of sound or trying to chase one type of anything. You feel me? A lot of times I feel like producers and musicians, period, create a sound or they view themselves as a type of sound and it blocks them off from certain opportunities because they don't ever experiment or test other areas and waters. You feel me?
Almost like they kind of scared.
It could be maybe a little bit of fear, maybe. You know, and sometimes that might be what they want to do.
They might be comfortable.
You know what I'm saying? That might be them. And that's cool too. But for me, it's always been an expansive type of thing. You feel me?
We got range.
Yeah, so that was on one end of it as well. And then there's certain things that I've experienced within hip hop as well within the past year kind of just turned me off.
Oh, not even musically. You talking about the business.
It's been both.
Yeah.
It's been both. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sure we'll probably get into it later, but you know, I experienced certain things in the culture of hip hop last year that are honestly beneath me. You know what I'm saying? It's a type of sickness in hip hop right now because, you know, our people are sick. You know what I'm saying? And it represents that because, you know, we are hip hop.
We are.
You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? The business is only as good as the people that are in it. You know, and like I said, the people that are in it, majority sick.
Sick.
You feel me? So
wicked too.
So with that being said, it's like I'd rather not involve myself with sick people. You know what I'm saying? I'll tap in every now and then, but you know, as far as that being my focus and my main, you know, aspiring vehicle, can't do it.
So where's your focus now?
Globally and expansive. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking big. Thinking big. There's so many ways to make money.
Gotta think big, bitch.
Gotta think big, bitch. Dude.
That shit get me every time.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it, you know?
I think you holding out on us, bro.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. You are.
What you mean?
Yeah. You know, like I said, it's a modest guy here. That boy cooks, man. He cooks. Literally, you cook too.
I do cook.
Yeah, you
I cook
chef
pretty
too.
damn well.
That boy cook too. Sidebar, that man can cook a good meal. You know what I mean? So if you need that, he got that. But what I mean, like you cook, like you very premeditated. You like 10 steps ahead of yourself. Not even anybody else, but ahead of yourself. And I was over here the other day, and I caught you playing some music the other day, man.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like you gotta let the cat out the bag.
All right, I think we should.
Finale.
I think it's time.
Yeah,
I think it's appropriate
for sure.
with it being the season finale.
For sure,
you know, and the YP remix. I think we should.
I mean, yeah.
So, what he is referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is there will be a house album I will be delivering within the month of February 2023.
Yeah.
Entitled Hous of Divine, which is, you know, a literal play on words from my production company, Hous of Divine Productions, you know.
Genius.
Because no brainer, right? Duh.
Yeah.
House music, Hous of Divine, duh.
Makes sense.
Come on. So, yeah, man. Hous of Divine, the house album will be out in February 2023. So a couple weeks from now.
House
music.
From hip hop to house?
Yeah. You said range, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, where were you? Were you listening to K or not? And it was like, I could do this.
No, so funny story.
Yeah.
My house album was inspired by a woman who gave me an edible.
What?
And yeah, so it's always the women, right?
Always.
So
gotta love it.
She gave me an edible knowing that I don't do like.
So you didn't know it was edible?
Oh no, I did.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah,
she drugged
but
you?
no, but she gave me like a lot,
Oh,
and I tripped balls. Like I was tripping so hard that when I came home, I just felt so inspired to make anything but hip hop. You know, that was just the wave of the universe that I was on. You feel me?
That was the
So,
moment.
you know, and at the time too, I was meeting a lot of girls that did cocaine.
So they had you doing coke too?
No, not coke, but I was like, I'm gonna give them something to party to.
Yeah. It's some cocaine music on that House album. I ain't gonna lie. It's some coke snorting tracks.
Heavy fist pump.
You feel me? Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That was the inspiration. I'm like, well, shit, I'm meeting a lot of girls that do cocaine. Let me give them something to party to.
Right,
And that was the creation of Hous of Divine. And got some really cool shit coming up with it, man. It's gonna be a Web 2.5 experience, integrating the metaverse with how we normally interact with media now. You feel me? It's gonna be an activation pop-up as well as like a listening party for the album. That's gonna give people, but specifically our people, their first opportunity and chance to experience the metaverse.
Right.
Because a lot of people feel skeptical about the metaverse is because they never experienced it before.
They don't know. They don't know what it is.
Right. And seeing is believing.
Always.
I know that and understand that. And I need our people to see it and then believe it, because we cannot be left behind again. You know, the metaverse, Web3, you know, AI, all these things are the future.
Yeah.
And so many times in human history are we left behind, from the Industrial Revolution, oil, the wheel, you know, just everywhere we turn, we've been left. Even with the age of the internet, you know, people thought that the internet was a fad.
Yeah.
23 years ago, they thought this shit was a fad.
It'll be over.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So if people would have bought into it, you know, and believed in it early on, then it could have changed a lot of shit. But the people who normally do are people who don't normally look like us.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I need people to look like us
To be ahead of
to
the
be
curve.
able to see the future and accept the future and not be scared of the future, because innovation is going to happen.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, yeah.
I like that. I like you introducing the House album with a whole new concept around it.
Right.
Cause I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people didn't even listen to House before
Drake.
About to say,
Yeah,
a lot
they
of people
didn't.
didn't even know.
Thank you, Drake, for allowing me to, you know, bridge the gap a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He what was the name of his? Honestly, never mind.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
I like certain songs on it.
Was it True House?
Yeah. I'm not the super house head to even feel like I can say what's true house or not.
House head.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You know, I think that it stayed true to the genre,
Right.
but he made it his own. And people might say the same thing about my shit. They might be like, this is not house, you know? But I think it's house.
Yeah. It's
You know?
your version of it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So-
I feel like House doesn't have a specific type. But
Yeah, as long as it
it's more of
stays on the floor with the beat,
right.
it's house. To me, that's it.
Yeah. I'm excited about this Web3 because I'm gonna be honest, I'm still not a believer in my damn self.
Word.
I didn't get a chance to go to Art Basel in Miami.
Yeah.
And that's where I heard about a lot of it being introduced.
Yes.
And
If
yeah,
you do not
I'm
have
excited.
Web3 integrated into your music right now, you are losing. You know, you are behind the curve, and hopefully you don't lose in the future, because Web3 is moving very fast, and it is the power being brought back to the artist on a silver platter.
Yeah.
And you have to be involved. You have to be. You know, so many things you can do that are cool and innovative and just new. And, you know, with the music industry or the world being in such an interactive space, you have to interact with your community and your fan base, and this is the way to do it.
Web3.
Web3, bro.
Web 2023 looking good for that boy Chef, man.
It's looking a little all right.
Come on, man. House album. Look,
Squeeze London.
Yeah, Squeeze London. Oh, you gotta spin that over there. I'm
Oh
talking
no, it
about.
is.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's all strategic now. I'm
you
not putting out the
have to
house album
spin
for
that.
nothing
You
before I go
have
to
to
London.
spin that
Come
over.
on, man.
Now that I think about it, I can see it now.
Come
Like
on,
they're gonna be in there tripping. We might have to pass out.
yeah. I'm with
Okay.
it.
Um, earlier this season, you were talking about something special happening. Within the producer world,
Hmm.
like a union.
Yeah,
And I remember Sunny Digital talking about that
for sure.
not a long time ago, but not too long ago.
Yeah, he's the reason why I even had the idea.
Like, what does that producer union even look like?
I think it's just equitable and fair treatment between all songwriters and engineers in the music industry or in the entertainment industry.
So, a system where it ensures they get
It
paid.
ensures you get paid. It ensures that you get proper representation legally. It ensures that you get paid on time. You know, you
That's
have
big.
restrictions and consequences if you breach this, terms of agreement. Just like how you have a workers union for any other job or industry in America,
Yeah.
there should be one to represent and protect, the people who are behind the multi-trillion-dollar art.
Let's be honest. The most important people behind.
The ones that are the backbones,
Bro, what?
the ones that create the art. You feel me? They
What?
should be represented and protected and compensated, you know, appropriately. And I feel like that's necessary because I experienced something last year as well that made it more real for me.
It made you think about a union.
Yeah,
Like if a union was here, none of this
this
would be
I wouldn't
happening.
be experiencing this. Gratefully, I had the position of leverage to where I could kind of like, strong arm myself to get the proper compensation that I would deserve, right?
Right.
But I oftentimes think about if I didn't. And I think about the people who typically don't. Most people didn't have that leverage of the skill set that I had. Because I'm so well versed in all the different things that I was able to kind of like like I said, like strong arm myself into position to protect myself. But I shouldn't have to strong arm anything.
Nah.
I shouldn't even have to flex my muscles. You know what I'm saying? It should just be there. It should just be done.
So
You know what I'm
what
saying?
would you be willing to pioneer the producer union?
I would for sure.
Yeah, that's like a.
I think I need a little bit more weight under my belt
Yeah.
before people can respect me. But
I mean,
you know,
you might just need a couple other spokespeople with you.
yeah, Sunny Digital. I want to talk to
Yeah.
Sunny for sure.
Sonny,
Sunny,
we're gonna clip this up, Sonny.
we need you on the show. We need you.
Come sit down so we can break this down and we can make it happen. Cause it's a lot of people I see on Twitter probably like every other day, tweeting the main artist like, "Yo, your song's big. I still haven't got paid."
Yeah.
And then people in the mentions like, "Yo, the main artist really not ain't got nothing to do
And
with
they
this.
don't. They don't.
They ain't got nothing to do with
They
this."
don't, man.
And it's the back end
They
that
don't.
it's crazy because they don't even have a like the union would be the back end. There is no back end.
But it's all by design.
Yeah.
It's made to be this way.
Mm.
It's made to be this
So
way, and it needs to change though.
Creating a union would kind of be going against the grain. Then
It would, but fuck it.
yeah, it's about that time.
So what?
Like I feel like producers, engineers,
Songwriters, we're all songwriters, but
I just feel like they aren't just the backbone. Like they're the full makeup, and artists kind of just come in and just piss on everything sometimes. I mean, it's they're the
Yeah.
face, but
Yeah.
like they're not the body. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, y'all make up the body.
yeah,
Like engineering, I won't say I couldn't do it, but the way you do it, I'm like, yeah, my boy needed a little extra. Get my little nigga some extra on
Yeah.
top, man.
thank you, Gil.
Come on, man. But yeah,
I think that's coming. I think it's coming very really soon. The fans are smarter than ever, so of course the
Yeah.
people in the world are smarter than ever, and I think that a union in the entertainment industry is going to be. I think it will be executed before 2040.
it'll be like paperwork drawn.
It will be like done.
Yeah.
I wanted to say 2030, but I want to give a little bit of grace for pushback.
Right.
2040.
Yeah, that
2040, a creative union will be established, I feel like.
and it got to be sturdy, man. I don't want it to be corrupted or none of that. So if you got to be the pioneer, bro, stick to your guns.
Whatever
Keep your
God tell me
feet,
to do,
keep your feet
that's what
planted
we doing.
and get swole on them because people been getting effed over. I don't know how long.
Since the beginning.
Artists too, but producers, engineers, songwriters first.
Yeah.
Let's make a pivot, man. Pivot. Let's talk about success, bro.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about success.
Talk about
man.
it. It's my favorite subject in school.
Success is not linear. You know that.
It's not.
So like, what what challenged you the most last year when it came to success? Like,
man, you know what? I was so naive.
what you mean? Like, you were just happy to be here?
No, never that. I felt like, or I thought that I would just rise in success and experience success, but not create enemies along the way.
You didn't factor.
I
in.
didn't even think about it.
That.
You know, like that was a blip in my mind.
Yeah.
And
sometimes, we don't even think about the whole scope of
it's
shit.
not, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I experienced some things.
I ain't mean because your enemies is a strong word.
It is.
You experience what?
Enemies, I say the word enemies because, you know, when you are successful, there will be people who literally plot for you to fail. You know, they will do things for you to intentionally hurt. They'll lie on you. They'll try to, you know, take money out of your pocket and food out of your mouth.
Yeah,
and
that's enemy behavior.
That's the goal, you know.
Okay.
You know, there's resentment in their heart. There's anger and jealousy. You know, it's a lot of these things. So, you know, I learned a lot last year. You know what I'm saying? Where I experienced some situations within the music industry to where people were lying on me. You know what I'm saying? With that exact purpose, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even factor it in of like, this is a part of the climb. You know? It taught me how to be a king in the midst of it, though. You know, how to navigate the bullshit and how to spot an enemy before they even take off their mask. You know? So, you know, towards the end of the year, there's a situation where people were, let me choose my words carefully.
I mean, it's a safe space, bro.
Oh, it's the safest space. But in knowing how to move as a king, you gotta know how to move as a king. You feel me? So I'm not a chatty patty, but we're gonna talk about it though. We're gonna talk. So, you know, I was in a situation where, you know, there were people, like I said, who plotted against my downfall. You know what I'm saying? Who were telling people to not work with me, telling people to not come on my show. You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy. Right
you
there.
know,
like going out of your way to do that is crazy.
You know, spreading lies about me to just civilians, just regular people, just like fuck SE7EN, you know, things like that. And people come back to me saying like, "Oh, this is what's being said," and I'm like, "Fuck you mad at me for?" Like,
yeah, what?
Like, why is this happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having conversations with the people who they're saying these things about, and then they're telling me like, "Oh, I didn't say this. I said this." You know, I have like receipts. So just in case something ever come out, I got the proof to protect myself.
Right.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that, you know, I didn't really factor in to success. It's just like how people would literally try to see you fail, and they'll do everything that they can to make that happen.
Is it because what? You were more successful than them, or?
I think it's because that I don't react to the hate.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because even in the midst of that, you never see me act out of character. No one ever did. I never got online and started subtweeting.
Yeah.
It's beneath me. That's lame shit.
Right. We got work to do.
Making too much money. That's lame. You feel me? You never seen me, you know, do anything that's not normal for me because that's not who I am. You know, and hopefully the people who believed and listened to the things that these people said have enough intelligence to spot the difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the shit that they said about me was true, I think you would have seen it.
By now.
Right? That's how I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't be here for real.
You know
for
what I'm
real.
saying?
Yeah.
A duck quacks. And a dog don't meow.
No cap.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But that's just a part of the game, man. You know, and my mentor, Troy Taylor, he told me at the beginning of last year, back when the success was really bubbling over, I asked for mentorship, I asked for wisdom. And he told me that I had to develop duck wings. Right? It's
Okay.
puzzling you, right?
Okay.
He told me that because a duck can fly as high as it can, dive as deep into the water to get its food, and then just soar right out the water as if nothing happened. And it's because their wings are coated with a type of oil to where the water doesn't even seep into their wings. They're not affected by the water, no matter how deep they go.
That's crazy.
You know? So in that same analogy, it's about, the bullshit of the entertainment industry. You're gonna experience a lot of shit, but you gotta let it slide right off of you. You know?
In order to survive.
In order to survive. And then you gotta rise through that shit like nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? So,
shout out. What's his name?
Troy Taylor.
Shout out Troy Taylor.
Troy Taylor,
for that one.
yes.
That's a gem right there.
For sure. So, I apply that to, my own lesson again, like how to be a king.
Right.
You know?
So I was gonna ask you what the challenge turned you into or changed inside of you.
It definitely jaded me for a minute.
Yeah.
It did, I ain't gonna lie. It jaded me for a minute. It attempted to make my heart really cold. It almost did.
Almost.
It almost did, because I gotta be honest, that shit definitely did. It did get to me. I didn't have the best duck wings at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because on some moments, I was feeling mature. And it's like, nigga, you don't gotta say shit about me. I ain't gonna say shit about you. Leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't matter to me. And then there was sometimes where it was like, I want to see you hurt. That's real.
Yeah.
It's my human emotion.
That's honest.
It's my human experience. And then, of course, over time, like, it got better. You know what I'm saying? But it was kind of hard for me still, because the things that were being said about me, the lies, was like, nigga, what? Like, how? Feelings aren't facts.
Yeah.
And I have facts. You feel me? So it took a lot for me to kind of like, get to the point where I'm at now. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy we here. You feel me? Because at one point I thought this shit was like a episode of Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
Damn.
Like, because I'm not going to fight you. So now what?
God damn.
Like, now what? Like, what's the
Yeah.
point of this shit? Like,
Right.
stupid. Lame. But, I hold no resentment in my heart, though, even still. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, like I said, or in the past, I had moments, but now I don't. I ain't got no resentment in my heart.
Everything's square now.
Square, meaning what?
Square, like, like you said, it's beneath you. It's you past
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
don't, I
if
don't.
it keeps occurring, you'll keep ignoring.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing was just for everyone to be mature about it. You know, it was just like you don't have to even act like I exist.
If I affect you in any way,
And I'll do the same for you. You know, but I think that they loved me so much that it was not possible
mm.
to do that. You know, um, so yeah, but it's love on my end though. You know what I'm saying? I want to move in love
You
with
should,
everything.
you
You know what I'm
should.
saying?
No matter the amount of hate or if it feels like hate, I've always learned to even just embrace it. Like, embrace it with love
Yeah.
because it's worth more. Like love is worth way more,
Mhm.
and nobody can discredit you for loving a hater. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I
Yeah.
love you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It started off with love, so
Yeah.
I feel like it should end that same way.
For sure.
So tell me this, bro. I'm curious. Like, what failure helped you the most? Like out of all of them.
Handle your business before you start anything. Talk about the business before you start anything. That's going to avoid a lot of confusion, a lot of fights, a lot of misunderstandings.
It's gonna keep everything.
Kosher. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the business. I think a lot of times, we as creators, we move off of emotion and vibes.
Yeah, in
You
that
know?
moment, we're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's fucking do it.
just vibes. And, we don't think that there's an opportunity to talk about money, or we may not want to make someone else uncomfortable because we don't want to like mess up that opportunity about money.
Right.
But it's like you gotta talk about the money.
Have
So
to.
man, have that conversation early, um, and have it honestly, and then you move. Biggest advice.
What's one thing like people will be surprised about you once they get to know you?
Uh, that I'm nothing of what they think I am. Like, I think my confidence is the eighth wonder of the world. For real. Because
you be rapping, bro. You be
I
rapping.
do, bro. Cause like, so many times people think I'm arrogant, and they get to know me, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so humble and so like gentle and loving and all these different things." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been this way. I've always been this way."
Right, but they see it. That
They
confidence.
projection, like
Yeah.
my confidence
It's arrogant.
offended their insecurity,
Mm.
so they were never even able to see me clearly because of that. You feel me? And I've run into that so many times that I just kind of got used to it. But like, I'm very confident, but not arrogant.
That's good to clear the air.
Yeah.
You anything else?
Nah, what you know?
I'm just saying. Like,
You know something I don't know?
we did touch on how you was a cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people know how culinary equipped you are. You know what I'm saying?
Culinarily equipped.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. I'm trying to get potty. But nah, I fuck with that, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be honest with these people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them your favorite meal to cook, man.
It's my favorite meal to cook. I think anything Japanese inspired.
Yeah.
I love like Japanese culture and food. And
You been to Japan before?
no, I haven't. We might have to squeeze Japan.
That might be on the list. That might be on the list.
Squeeze Japan?
That might be hard.
Oh my God.
You just see it. You see it,
Oh
right?
yeah.
You see it
Oh yeah. And this is like cosplay everywhere.
everywhere.
I never even done cosplay before.
Nah,
Nah.
we got to bring Troop with us,
Yeah. True gonna be our
Yeah.
our cosplay anime ambassador.
man. Yeah, man. He gonna show us the way.
Squeeze Japan. Let's get it cracking.
We got one more question for you.
Let's get it cracking, man. It's a great interview, man. Thank you for, gracing me with your presence, man.
Come on, man.
I'm honored.
Come on, man. What's one non-career related win that you're like proud of? Proud of.
One non-career related win that I'm proud of is that, man, I have so many actually. Um, my ability to have better work-life boundaries,
Okay.
for one.
That's real.
And the second one is tying it all in. This is the pod in me. Protecting Jonathan, even in the midst of, the bullshit. Keeping the identity of Jonathan, even as SE7EN continues to grow.
Yeah, I guess SE7EN growing, man.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest and best wins that I've had as far as non-career related is like, staying true to myself. Like,
that's big.
I haven't done anything that I'm not proud of. I haven't done anything that has made me, question who I am. I haven't done anything that has made me not get no sleep at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, I will continue to uphold that for myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's inspiring, bro.
Love.
That's inspiring. I appreciate you letting me come into your space and
man, no one better than you. Come on.
Sit in the pod seat, the pod god seat.
Yeah,
it feels good over here, man. My first time coming to the show, I thought I was gonna be over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but the fact that I'm here.
Yeah, because I feel like, we're going to switch it up and do the remix.
Yeah.
Like, we got to remix.
We got to.
It all, you know what I mean? So, like.
This is beautiful, man.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful set, beautiful time, beautiful energy.
Thanks.
Beautiful soul.
Man, love.
Yeah, I appreciate you sitting down, having this unorthodox pod with me. I know I'm not your caliber, but it was beautiful, man. I appreciate
you are everything
everything
you need to be, bro.
Man.
Automatic.
And I appreciate y'all watching,
Man, thank you so much for tuning in. Absolutely, man. Like
season 6.
6th season. Going to London, nigga.
That's swole.
Big.
Swole.
Big, So, I mean, gratitude again, bro. Like, I wouldn't be nothing without the fans, the listeners, the viewers.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The family. For sure that. You know what I'm saying? So,
man,
thank you. I'm proud of you, too. Thank you. I love you. But, 6 seasons is incredible. Thank you everybody for tuning in for another season of Channel 7 podcast. My heart is full. I'm fulfilled. I can say that.
I can tell.
Yeah.
You're glowing right now. Hey, man. I appreciate everything from y'all.
If you made it this far in the episode, and you really rocking with us, this was a long one. This is longer than most.
Yeah, you all-star. You're an all-star fan. You made it through this
Absolutely, one. Man. Make sure you liking and subscribing and sharing and, following the show. If you made it this far, then you are a super fan, and you have to. You have to. It's your obligation. It's your civic duty.
You might get a ticket to Squeeze London.
You might. Man, how we closing out the show, man? How we closing out the season, man?
We closing out the season on the underground. We got Felt the Rush. Artist Ben Reilly, produced by him.
Me. Produced by me, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, man. And I don't want to say that shit, but until next time.
Let me do the drop. Can I do the drop?
Do the drop, G.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is season 6. Episode 7. I'm going to look directly into the camera.
Go crazy.
This is season 6, episode 7. My name is 7. We've been accompanied by MarvXXL from the YFP Media team to take over the season finale of Channel 7 podcast. This week on the Underground, we have Ben Reilly with Felt the Rush, produced by 7. Channel 7 podcast, The Underground. Ben Reilly, Felt the Rush, produced by 7. Squeeze London, coming soon, spring 2023.
Sheesh. So soon.
You know the vibes.
Channel 7.